Now, from your weather authority, here's Chief Meteorologist Dan Smith.
Well, good Thursday evening, San Angelo. I was out walking my dog earlier this morning and thought, you know what, let's go around for another lap. It was just so darn nice out there. Barely a cloud in the sky at that, and you can certainly see it right now in the cactus cam. 77 degrees. Wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Humidity around 50 to 60%. There is still a little bit of extra moisture hanging about from that front that we had come through, and the, let's say, face it, relatively paltry amount of rain that we got here. Waldo picked up about 6/10, Brady 7/10, so we weren't entirely left without our rainfall, but 5 to 10 miles an hour. I don't even think it's gotten up to 10 miles an hour all day. A little bit low by West Central Texas standards. Satellite and radar, you actually had a bit of this cloud cover moving through mostly towards northwest hill country. That little sliver, that little dagger of extra cumulus, just fair weather clouds moving on through. And all you see out here is a bit of extra static. Been seeing that over the last couple of days. I'm not sure if there's some discrepancy with the radar or something out there. I'm sure it's picking up on at least something. It's just not meteorological. It's not actually rain or anything like that. And speaking of rain, this was our drought monitor last week. We were already in relatively good shape with all of us pretty much under that, just that stage 1 on a 5-point scale, stage 1 drought condition in that big old hole right there over towards southern Tom Green and most of Schleicher County. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a wonderful, wonderful thing to see because this is this week's drought monitor and just a big old sliver of nothing for the drought, at least officially. You know, I don't think we're ever going to be filling up our lakes to full capacity again, but we can always mitigate that with a little bit more rain. The reservoirs are in, let's face it, fairly good shape, especially after all this rain that we've had. A very fortuitous September in that department. Futurecast temperatures going on through the rest of the night. I am looking at just around 60 degrees. I got just a little bit south of that. It depends on how fast we tend to, I would say, clear out, but more or less it's a cool down effect because we barely have any clouds out there right now. Still could be dipping into those 50s. However, we're getting up there close to 80 today. I think we get closer to 90 tomorrow. This might not be going high enough for this time tomorrow. And the winds should be shifting around back from the south again, so that will help drive up some warmer air. Forecast for tonight, 59 degrees, pretty seasonably cool. Should be around 60, 61 this time of year. Winds from the south at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow, really not breaking the bank on the wind at all, 88 degrees. So it is going to be certainly warmer than we had been enjoying today. Just a few thin clouds streaking across the Concho Valley sky. And your Weather Authority 7-day forecast. I am sort of throwing the models a bone on this one because I'm not really seeing a whole lot of moisture associated with this, or a lot of energy for that matter, but even the Weather Service is going at least some chances for Sunday. I added on Monday for good measure. I actually kind of thought that Monday, Tuesday might be the better chance of the two for seeing some extra rainfall here. It would be very isolated in nature. It wouldn't be nearly as much of a washout for that matter. Speaking of which, tomorrow looks pretty darn dry, partly sunny, and just a high of 88. So that should be very good news for our homecoming game, our Lakeview homecoming game, and all the Friday night games. Hasn't been a non-washout Friday in quite some time, it seems. So, yeah, probably the driest edition of that in over a month. We'll be right back.